Hello there, it's Flipsy here, and welcome back to my channel. For today's speed paint, I'll be showing and talking about the process of my little illustration of Spinel from Steven Universe the movie. I actually watched this with a friend of mine, and we both freaked out. One because well, obviously, like how much the story uncovers and kind of shows how much of a little turd Pink Diamond was, and what's it called? The computer kept on slowing down and pausing at a couple of times. My computer's fairly old, not that old actually. It's like maybe 4. It's about to be 5 years old, and I believe in in October, pretty much like in 2 weeks or something. I actually bought this Asus computer back in 2015 when I was taking After Effects as a class. Okay, but that's enough of that. Anyway, so yeah, Spinel became my second favorite character. I like the way she moves, the way she, I like her songs. I like her character design, both before, she got, before she was abandoned and then after. But I do prefer her abandoned one because it kind of looks like cute, yet kind of badass, and I don't know. I always like that kind of style. I don't know if you guys can try and notice that from my Happy Chiefins characters. I say try because I'm trying to make it look. I would try to make it badass looking, or sexy or cute, whatever. It's always been my thing. I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, I felt really bad for poor Spinel for the shit she actually went through, and I can actually relate to her than out of most of the characters. Not trying to say all, but like most of them, because I actually do have abandonment issues too. Because when I first actually came to the internet as a kid, I did have a group chat before, but a couple things have happened during our group chat. I'm not really gonna say exactly what, because I don't know if I'm really, I don't really want to talk about that much. Let's just say some stuff happened, and it got to the point where everyone pretty much ditched me and just pretty much left it behind, and when I really needed the most. But that's I'll talk more about that in another video. But now let's focus on little Spinel. I did mention that I did like her abandonment. I don't know how to call it. Second phase, design. The one where she has the teardrops. I don't really want to see abandonment because I feel shitty. I liked. Okay, so what was I saying? Her second form design. Yeah, I'll stick with that. I really like the design, but to me, I felt like maybe it would be kind of nice to see her in a different little outfit. So I went through Tumblr and I found this cute little sweater outfit you can see here. Kind of cute, ain't it? And I figured it would be nice to her. But originally the outfit was beige and white, and I decided to change it to pink. And I don't know what to call that color, honestly. I mean, it looks purple, but when I looked for it in the color scheme or something, I wanted to go with pink because I did want to keep her the pink thing around her. I mean, because that's her color scheme. And I decided to surround her with forget-me-nots because it did have him in the movie, and I wanted to include that instead of the roses or the dying flowers. Because I'm pretty sure, I think I can speak for most of the fandom that we're not really going to forget her, especially with the storyline that she, was brought into. So I decided to put forget-me-nots, or not like dead, but I wanted to give living forget-me-nots, because we're never gonna forget her. She was a cute little bundle of joy. And I was about to leave it like this, but I felt like something else was needed. So this is when I decided to just like take a piece of that of the garden and just let it float around for a bit, like with her riding on top of it. I didn't even feel like doing like a full-on illustration background, but I also didn't really feel like just leaving Spinel on her own. So I just thought that maybe this little floating rock over here would probably help out a bit. And in the finished result, it did work out. Granted, this part, out of all the things, this actually took the most to actually complete. I never really do like objects very often, and it took me a while to actually think like what part should go where, what part should be shaded, what color should this be, and stuff like that. I usually just focus on character designs, and that's okay to do, but like I actually want to expand on my knowledge of art. Not knowledge, but like more practice, because I did take classes where I would have to draw like backgrounds or calligraphy. I also took perspective classes. I even had to make certain little objects or buildings out of styrofoam or clay, sometimes yarn, or even a candle wax at one point. I even had to do like a little pop as a little project. And I think I actually might show that video, because the pop-up book that I had to make for one of my classes, it was monster theme, and since Halloween's coming up, it doesn't really hurt to show what's in there. But yeah. I thought the whole rock thing was actually going to be pretty disastrous, but it turned out better than I thought. And at first I was gonna like leave it, just fill it in at random. But I think it's better to actually plan out where you want to put each color into, because when I was at first going to leave this, I'll just put it at random and just pick it at random. It was just too much trouble. So I decided to like sketch out like each individual little block or little indent, and I would go to each layer, and before I'd actually put like more colors or something, I would draw little dots or lines to say this color should go here, this color should go there, and then I would just do it that way. Although there are certain times where I would edit or fill in an area that wasn't really supposed to go there just yet, but I just did it, and I wanted to see how it would look. Some worked out, some didn't, some I had to mess with a little bit. And in this section, I actually didn't use my drawing tablet for the rock thing. I actually just used my mouse pad to help me color everything in, and just put everything in the proper location. I also could have probably done the whole perspective thing in my Photoshop program, but the image is like, it's really huge, and since my computer's pretty old, it barely handles certain areas for this image. So if I were to put this in Photoshop, I'm pretty sure this video would be way longer than it should be, or my Bandicam program would probably just say, we'll just probably record everything very slowly. But yeah. I was almost done with this, and I wanted to put a little bit more because I was gonna stick to 4 colors here, but it didn't feel enough, and some of the pieces here would actually interact with each other. So I added an extra color, not too distant, but still able to tell the difference when coloring everything. And the tiles, I actually like the tiles. I kind of like the whole little trick I do with my floors. Pretty much I put one line with one color, and then I put white under, and then I move the white part slightly. I also decided to put a little glow around all of this because, you know, make it more shiny, make a little bit more indents to everything around here, a little shine. And I think I'm pretty much done with this video. So thanks so much for staying for this long and listening to my dumbass for that much. And if you guys like this and want to see more of this, go ahead and like and subscribe. If not, then let's go either way. I'm just glad you guys actually liked watching me and staying this far along for this picture to finish. And there she is. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.